Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's edition of Toggle's Daily Video Insights. Today, we're going to take a look at Snap, a stock that many of you are familiar with. Probably a lot of it have followed its recent ascent and potentially also heard about all of the different real estate purchases that the founders and other employees were therefore able to make. Now, the focus today is going to instead be on the latest insight that Toggle has generated on this. So you can see actually Toggle has been highlighting some bullish pressures now for quite some time. Most recently, the equity yields, so valuation, has been highlighted as a potential driver of the stock. And so we're going to take a look at this because the expected rise from something like this in the short term is just a shade over 15%. So looking at the insight, we'll take a look at what exactly Toggle is highlighting for us and try to understand whether or not, in this case, fundamental data really is telling us something important about where this stock price might be headed. As always, the most important thing to look at really is that there have been 5 similar occasions where the stock was at a similar valuation level. Again, on the basis of equity yields, which really is just the inverse of PE, because in this case, what we're really looking at is earnings over price instead, which is effectively what the equity yield is. The projection that Toggle is making is rooted in these 5 episodes. And so what you can see is, one, it could reach this level actually sooner than just the 1 month. So that's kind of the outer edge of what's possible. But also it could extend quite a bit more. Now, why is this? What is actually going on? And so here you can see that actually a combination of declining volatility as well as also increased risk premium. Increased risk premium, again, is another way to think about valuation. So when there's quite a lot of risk premium built into the stock, the assumption is that the market is effectively requiring quite high returns from a particular stock in order to continue holding it. And that's what is basically happening in this case. Now, whenever this has happened before, the stock has risen. And looking at the past performance, you can see that actually the outcomes have been, in some cases, quite spectacular. Now, of course, this is the past. No guarantee that something like this will happen again, but it is notable that actually even at these levels, on the basis of earnings expectation, the stock could appear potentially to be almost cheap. Now, if you had invested $1 in each one of these 5 episodes and then reinvested it, you would have had $2 of pure profit. So there is some robustness in this pattern, although it did have some choppy periods that you had to hold through. Now, for this is what we have to say about Snap today. In the daily brief, we also discuss the exciting developments in the area of Alzheimer's. And so for anybody who's already subscribing to this, the daily brief should already be in your mailboxes. And for those of you who don't, please go to toggle.global and you can sign up there. You can also test drive Copilot. Meanwhile, if you'd like to see more of these insights, just subscribe to our YouTube channel or like this video and you'll start to see many, many more of them. We do them every trading day. We really try to break down the barriers between lots of fundamental information out there that you can get on Yahoo Finance, but we try to actually map it into what that means for the stock price, which ultimately is what most investors really care about. Thank you for your attention, and we will see you again tomorrow.